Please adhere to YouTube's selected guidelines before viewing the content of this video. I do not encourage or condone any products, actions, or behaviors shown in this video. All videos are produced in a safe, professional, and controlled environment. Please do not attempt to replicate any actions performed during the video. All actions are performed by professionals.
Alrighty, so today I'm going to be filming myself smoking a cigarette with an iPhone 3, which honestly I am very excited to do because, well, an iPhone 3, in fact, the actual iPhone 3 that I'm using to record this video right here, was indeed my first smartphone ever. And so as such, I'm just excited to see how the video quality lines up against my modern iPhone and iPhone 11. There's almost a 10-year difference between these two phones, and as such, I'm just very excited to find out which is actually better for recording YouTube videos and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? If I had to guess, though, the better one is probably going to be the iPhone 3. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It doesn't even have a selfie camera. I'm pretty sure the better phone is definitely my iPhone 11. But nonetheless, I am just very excited to find out the difference between the video quality between those two phones. But today, as said, I am indeed going to be smoking a cigarette in today's video because, well, the title of this video is indeed I filmed myself smoking a cigarette with an iPhone 3. That's the title of the video. So, I gotta, well, go ahead and get my cigarette all lit up and everything like that. And I'm saying the cigarette I'm going to be smoking in today's video is going to be a little bit of an American Spirit green menthol cigarette. And without further ado, let's go ahead and, well, get this pack of cigarettes right here all opened up. Let's go ahead and get one of these cigarettes out and let's go ahead and, well, get it all lit up and go ahead and start smoking a cigarette while I'm filming myself with both an iPhone 3 and an iPhone 11. Without further ado, though, let's go ahead and get this lit up. Yes, sir, you know what I'm saying? I know this is a very different type of video than what I normally make, but honestly, I really do find the differences between, like, old technology kind of thing and new technology just being so stark and everything like that kind of thing super interesting. And it really is very, very, very interesting stuff to me, especially since, well, my first phone ever was, like, I want to say some sort of, like, Sony flip phone or something like that kind of thing. That was, like, my first phone ever. But my first smartphone ever was just a hand-me-down from my parents. It was an iPhone 3 that they used to have, and the iPhone 3 that I'm using to record this video, as said, is indeed that actual iPhone 3. The case is disintegrated, but it's still working just fine. The battery life is trash, which is why I've got it plugged in and everything like that kind of thing, because I do indeed have my iPhone 3 plugged in, because if I didn't have it plugged in, I'm pretty sure it might die before the end of the video. But it's just so interesting to see the comparison between the two phones, both physically and camera-wise and everything like that kind of thing, just simply because, well, the iPhone 3 is literally like, I can fit it in one hand kind of thing. I can type literally just with my thumb and everything like that, whereas with my iPhone 11, I've got to use like two thumbs and everything like that kind of thing. It's basically what would have been considered a Kindle at the time kind of thing, whereas my iPhone 3 is more the size of what a flip phone would have been. It's just slightly larger than the flip phone of the era and everything like that kind of thing, and smaller than a Nokia of the era. So it really is a little bit insane how far technology has progressed through the last couple years, and I do suppose that's kind of just what I want to document in this video and just show the comparison between the two different phones which have almost 10 years between them. It really is insane, you know what I'm saying? I will admit, though, that's not the only reason why I want to record this video. Another reason why I want to record this video is simply because I actually do like how iPhone 3 video quality looks. I know it's like 240p and whatnot. I actually like how it looks quite a bit, though, and I actually think that it's really not the worst looking camera in the world. It's better than some other cameras I've used previously, that is for sure. And honestly, I just kind of want the whole sort of like retro, low-key, sort of, not really retro, I do suppose the wrong way of putting it, but the sort of like bad quality, smoking a cigarette vibes and everything like that kind of thing. That's what I'm trying to achieve in today's video, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to achieve in today's video. But I will admit, so far so good. This cigarette is pretty good, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm just going to go ahead and just roll my fingers around just a little bit, you know what I'm saying, just to loosen up the airflow in the lighter part of the cigarette just a little bit. That's really my main complaint with American Spirits. The airflow is just a little bit too tight. If they just had a slightly bigger airflow, they really would be very much to my preference, I ain't gonna lie. But hey, still nonetheless, the American Spirit Greens are a pretty good cigarette, even if I wouldn't buy them again, you know what I'm saying? But man, oh man, I certainly am enjoying it. It's a beautiful day out here today, you know what I'm saying? Sitting in the shade, sitting at a park bench, you know what I'm saying? Certainly no complaints on my behalf, that is for sure. But man, oh man, yeah. I'm just glad to be out here recording myself smoking a cigarette with an iPhone 3, in all honesty, you know what I'm saying? Not really too much else to say, but I certainly do find the difference in camera technology just so amusing, because I remember recording like little clips on the iPhone 3, and hell, even on the original flip phone I had, because I had like two flip phones, I want to say two different flip phones that were both hand-me-downs from my parents before I actually had an iPhone 3, and they never had Sims in them, kind of thing. It was just something to watch YouTube on and everything like that. Well, not the flip phones, I do suppose. The flip phones I just kind of kept on to me to take photos and everything like that kind of thing. But I gotta find my old flip phones and see if I can get them charged up and actually see if I can get the photos off of those, because I know I never took any of the photos off. I gotta do that. But I remember like recording like little clips and little skits with my flip phone and everything like that kind of thing, and doing the same with my iPhone 3. I got a lot of good memories with the iPhone 3, and then after the iPhone 3, my mom gave me an iPhone 4 that she had been using it for like 3 or 4 years or something like that, and I got that, and then I think I had that for like 6 months, and then I got my first like real phone, which was, I want to say, a Samsung S3, for Christmas one year, which was another hand-me-down, but it was a gift nonetheless. And that was my first real phone. It had a SIM in it and everything like that kind of thing. I could actually make calls because I was starting to go to school, taking the bus and everything like that kind of thing. My parents wanted me to be able to actually call them if there was an emergency or something like that, which is understandable, you know what I'm saying? But honestly, having just kind of played around with the iPhone 3 just a little bit and everything like that kind of thing when I was setting up for this video, honestly, I really, really, really do like my iPhone 11. I love my iPhone 11 kind of thing. It really is perfect for recording YouTube videos. It really is perfect for watching YouTube, for just browsing the internet and everything like that kind of thing. You've got such a big screen, you can see everything. It's so nice. But honestly, low-key, just having an iPhone 3 kind of thing and just using that for everything, honestly, a little bit nostalgic. I think if I actually had to use it daily, I'd probably have some complaints on my behalf, but honestly, it was a little bit nostalgic setting up for this video and everything like that kind of thing, I will admit. It honestly made me miss the iPhone 3, using it daily just a little bit, I will admit. But certainly no complaints on my behalf, that is for sure. I definitely do think it would be interesting if, I know there's like really small phones out today and everything like that kind of thing. Most of them, from what I've heard, don't get very good reviews. But I think it would be really interesting if if Apple decided to come out with a sort of, I'm trying to think of the right word, sort of an homage to the iPhone 3 kind of thing, where it was using an iPhone 3 shell, but with completely modern internals and a modern screen and everything like that kind of thing, and it had a selfie camera and everything like that kind of thing. I think that would be amazing. I don't know if it would sell well. Do I think it would sell well? I think people would buy it. I don't know if people would actually use it, but I think people would buy it. I don't know if it would sell well, probably not, but if they made it cheap kind of thing, if it was like an even cheaper phone from the iPhone, like CE or something like that kind of thing, or I guess it's the iPhone SE now. Oh man, I don't know the lineup, but I think if they release sort of an homage, or sort of I'm trying to think of the right word. Homage is not wrong, but I feel like there's a better word. Sort of legendary phone? No. I guess homage is the best word I can really think of off the top of my head, but I feel like they've just upgraded the internals of the iPhone 3, added a selfie camera and everything like that kind of thing, which of course that would be a lot of overhead. That's a lot of money to invest in something that that people might not really buy. I still think it would be so cool, though. I still think it would be so cool, and honestly, I would love to see that. Would I buy one myself? Honestly, I'd have to give it a go, kind of thing. If they made a modern version of an iPhone 3, I would honestly have to try it, because if the screen ended up being perfectly fine, kind of thing, if it still had the 0.5 zoom and everything like that kind of thing, honestly, I'd probably consider it, especially if it was pretty cheap, because iPhones are not very cheap. But if I can get a cheaper alternative to what I've got already and everything like that kind of thing, which is basically my perfect phone for what I need and everything like that kind of thing. If I could just get the same thing but in a smaller package, honestly, I think I might like that quite a bit. And as long as it had good battery life, because that is one thing with the iPhone 3, is that it's pretty small, so you're going to get a pretty small battery life, more than likely, especially if they upgrade the internals. But either way, it would still be pretty cool nonetheless, I ain't going to lie. And I will admit, this cigarette's just really chill, really nice, certainly no complaints on my behalf, you know what I'm saying? Just enjoying it today, just enjoying smoking my cigarette today, while filming myself smoking my cigarette with my iPhone 3, you know what I'm saying? Certainly no complaints on my behalf, that is for sure. As said, I know this is a little bit of a different video than what I normally do, but I thought it was interesting, and I certainly hope you guys think it's interesting as well, you know what I'm saying? And now as the wind is picking up, we're going to find out how the iPhone 3 reacts to wind, which honestly I don't know. I don't know how the iPhone 3 reacts to wind, but reacts to wind. I am certainly looking forward to finding that out when I'm editing the video and everything like that kind of thing. That is for sure. Ooh, certainly no complaints on my behalf, though, that is for sure. This cigarette, though, not bad at all, you know what I'm saying? Not bad at all. I think we've got a couple more hits left, so I think I'm going to go ahead and take those last couple hits. I don't really have too much else to say. Basically, this video is just kind of a nostalgia piece for me and everything like that kind of thing. I just wanted to make this video as sort of a nostalgia piece, as said, just because, well, the iPhone 3 really was my OG sort of video camera and everything like that kind of thing, and I had a flip. I don't know if any of y'all remember what flips are, but I had a flip when I was a kid as well, kind of thing, and those were like my two video cameras I had when I was a kid. It was a lot of fun to record little skits and everything like that kind of thing. With both of those, with both the iPhone 3 and the flip. But certainly no complaints on my behalf, that is for sure, you know what I'm saying. Without further ado, though, I think I only have about 1 or 2 more hits of this cigarette left, so I think I'm going to go and take these last 1 or 2 hits and go ahead and end off the video right there, I think, you know what I'm saying. But I think that's just about all of this cigarette I have, so I'm just going to go ahead, stub it onto the ground. I was correct, there was a little bit of tobacco left, but really not much in all honesty, so I'm just going to go ahead and just wipe it on the ground just a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and just put my butt somewhere where I can remember to throw it away after the end of this video and everything like that. And well, now I'm going to go ahead and take a sip of water. I got some great value, purified drinking water with me today, you know what I'm saying. And now I do think it is time for me to go ahead and end off the video right here. Thank you very much for watching my video where I film myself smoking a cigarette with an iPhone 3. I certainly hope you guys have found this video to be interesting. I know I found this, the video concept at least, to be interesting, that is for sure, so I certainly hope you guys found it interesting as well. And if you guys did find it interesting, if you guys did enjoy this video, of course, please make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram, my book, my merch, my P.O. Box, and my second channel, all in the description down below. Go check it all out. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, y'all. To the next one. Stay safe and peace and have a great one. Yes, sir, you know what I'm saying?